It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome.
Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Hurts throwing right away.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Kamara is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass. You don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield, but he's playing run all the way here.
In motion left, the tight end. They'll run it with Kamara. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Huntley to throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This defense for the Saints, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They'll run with Penny. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Here's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Here's Huntley. Downfield, and he's got Olave.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Nothing, 19.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Gay's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here we go. Shot.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
At the 50-yard line.
Slot man moves right.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back.
Down inside the 10.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
To throw, Huntley.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Tyler Huntley
keeping it himself from 7 yards out as they have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Warriors, 70. 19 right. 60 Bellcat. 60 Bellcat. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Throwing to start the drive. Huntley. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Huntley. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 36 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there. Turned it into a really nice game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Huntley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Operating from the gun. Huntley.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the...
He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
Here we go, set.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith, 40 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hurts.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Cody Barton there to bring him down. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
What's good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Walker with a grab. Left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A give. This is Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Cowboy 80, 7 Pirates.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
13 yards remaining on second down.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
76 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
The Saints on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
18, 5 here. 19 tight, 19 tight. Mustang 19. Go.
Looking to throw.
Huntley.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 21 yards there on third down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That's caught by Penning. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. A gain there of 21 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Throwing is Hurts.
This is caught. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
60 Vikings, 18 Rebels, 18 Rebels.
Off the play fake. Huntley. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to throw. Huntley.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he'll try and throw here on the fake.
Pass complete. Now race for the marker. He'll get it inside the 20. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Let's go now.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for New Orleans, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.